run it by. The Aklot guitar. So cool, guys. So cool. By the way, welcome to Fulton Street Beats. It is good to see you here again. And if you haven't already, hit the like button down there. Guys, it's so tough for us YouTubers when you don't hit the like button. It's a simple thing to do, and it really helps us out so much so we can bring you cool stuff. And today, it's going to be a cool video because I'm going to play my music, my corny music video. I'm going to play it for you. My corny music video called Short Season. And a lot of you might know what a short season is, or the little season, or the short while, the short time. You may know it's a little bit biblical. And yeah, it's a cool guitar. Playing it through my DAW right now. Recorded this single, my single, I don't know. I recorded it over the course of a while using a variety of tools, some that I have never used before. I have been using Reaper for about 3 years, and I'm horrible at it. But there's a lot of new tools out that really help me make this song, and I've been taking my time doing it. And we'll get into what the song's about here in a second. And I'll tell you what I used. I did use this guitar for a lot of that song, but I also used the Zakk Wylde replica up here, which is actually used throughout the song more than this guitar. I don't show it in the video, but that's what opens the track with. And then this guitar comes in with a... something like that. And it's just a cool riff, and we got some really simple, groovy type stuff. The video's not meant to show you a bunch of the groove stuff, but honestly, I'm just kind of trying to showcase my vocals a little bit. I sung for years in bands. A lot of you guys don't know that. And I just I'm feeling it. Sometimes I feel it, and I got to get out there and sing a little bit and belch. And I'm going to tell you what, when I was done doing this song, by the time I was done, I was hoarse for about a week and a half. It was, multiple takes doing this song. And that's the thing when you see a song, there's multiple takes going on. There's multiple things going on, and trying to piece things together for a video or for a song that not necessarily was done on the same day even. Shooting a video was done in a day, and that's hard in itself because I'm doing a video. So doing a video is a little different. Yeah, we can do some guitar parts. We can stay in the groove a little bit. And really I'm playing with my own track that I made, trying to get it as close as possible. And actually doing a vocal overlay of the, how do I put this? So the single Short Season, which you guys haven't even listened to yet. How do I know I released it? It's got like 200 views. It's ridiculous. And a lot of people didn't realize that I did all that song minus the drums and the bass because that's done in MIDI. But yeah, that was just a really polished, cleaned up version. Maybe I cleaned it up a little bit too much. I might have taken out a little bit of the human element. And hopefully this video will put a little bit of that human element back into it, because I did the vocal tracks a little bit differently on the video. And the guitar is a little bit different on the video, but like I said, there's a lot of things spliced in and pieced in together. What gave me the idea for this track is, well, believe it or not, AI, Suno. Now, I didn't use it like you think, so I didn't have Suno make my song for me. That's not what I used it for, but I did use Suno a lot for, well, some kind of concepts to get me going in my mind, to get my creative juices flowing. And it did give me a little bit of cool, funky grooves that kind of shaped the way the song went. But I'm going to tell you, it took a lot of different trial and error in Suno to do that. Suno's a really cool. I got the paid version. I don't have the best version, but I have the paid version. If you guys are songwriters, or you want to be songwriters, listen. So I wrote my lyrics, and I wrote this guitar riff. Simple, right? I mean, that's the majority of the song right there. With some leads that sound difficult, but I'm a shitty guitar player, and they're not difficult. So, but a lot of those leads were multiple takes to get it tight. And then I used Suno to, well, tighten it all up a little bit. That's right. It's called production. And yeah, if you call it cheating, whatever, but I assure you, when a band goes in a studio, there's all kinds of cheating going on. There's all kinds of takes and a lot of production going on. I'm one person, so I'm trying to do the production the best I can. I recommend Suno. I think it's cool. And if you're just a person who's got some lyrics and you want to see your lyrics or even poems put into different styles of music, it's a great place to do that. You simply insert them, check the genre you want, and then if you go into the pay subscription like I have, you can actually do the upgraded subscription. You can actually go into their own little, I guess it's like a type DAW type thing, a little studio thing that they have, and you can do a lot more. I had to do that to get the effects that I wanted with this song. So I'm working on more songs, and hopefully I can put out my own little album and just have fun. And it's just to have fun. But short season, what's it about? Well, we live in troubling times, right? And this is the way I look at it. Listen, we all have a little conspiracy theorist in us, right? We all do. And a lot of times that conspiracy theorist in us is really, it's probably right, as time has shown. I'm a bit of a biblical person. I do believe in God, and I do believe we've all been misled and led down the wrong path. I'm not trying to get righteous on you, but I woke up in the middle of the night with these lyrics in my head. I jotted them down, and the lyrics that you hear in this song is just a taste of the lyrics that I actually have written. If you heard it all, it would be a 12-minute song. And they're good lyrics. We might do that sometime, but this is the gist of it. And it's called Short Season. And Short Season is about the time in the Bible where Satan is let loose from the bottomless pit for a short time or a short season. For those of you who don't know, Revelations, Satan is let loose to deceive the nations once more. He was already free before to deceive the nations, and he did it again. And my common sense bell told me, well, how is he going to do that again? Well, you'd have to erase history. And I started doing a little research, and maybe this is why the lyrics popped in my head about, well, almost 1,000 years of missing history. When things really started at about the 1776 time era, when you go back 1,000 years before that, things put you in the dark ages. And which leads me to believe, and a lot of people to believe, that there might have been some sort of cataclysm and maybe some technology and old, really well-built buildings hidden and buried in a mud flood. You know, if you've heard about this or not. But there's a lot of different aspects to this story, and the moral of the story is, do you really know where we are? Do you put your faith in man and what he has done to deceive you? Do you believe the things that they put in front of your eyes to deceive you? Or do you believe your common sense and believe that we, well, might be fooled, and maybe Satan himself would not want us to know that we are in the short season? And, well, if he was in the pit, the abyss, for 1,000 years before he was let loose, Um, well, and he was let loose around the 1776 time period, which is a lot of people think. Well, that'd be about 250 years for a short season because, well, a quarter of 1,000 is 250. So this is just a theory. This is not nothing to get all paranoid about, but my song is about this. And basically, do you know the time period we live in? Did we miss the coming of Christ? Did we miss it? Now, I'm not getting sacrilegious. No churches talk about this, and a lot of people have a hard time finding a right religion. They just are lost because they all speak a lot of bullshit, right? And maybe that's why. Maybe there is no right religion. Maybe there is none because that time is came and gone. History, everything has been destroyed, and history is been erased, and this time of Lucifer had started and put us in these evil, evil times that we live in. And guys, they're bad, right? I mean, it's really bad. I mean, the devil's mark is everywhere and on everything, on the things we eat, on the things we buy, and just everything, right? Why is that? That's what made me write the song. Why is that? And it just got me thinking, and I said, is this the short season? And I started seeing things about Tartaria, about other civilizations, the Tartarian Empire, and how there was technology that seems to have been lost to time, buried in time. It explains the pyramids. It explains these cities that are underground that they unearthed. There was some sort of cataclysm. Did we miss Christ coming back? And this is the short season. Now, people will say, no, no, no. But how would you know? Because that's the trick, right? How would you know? The devil's job is to deceive you. So I'm not trying to get biblical or philosophical, but this is what the song's about. And I thought it was a cool song, get you thinking. For instance, the Statue of Liberty, fact, is a representation of Lucifer, the light bearer. And I'm going to show you in the video an old picture of Lucifer as being the light bearer and the exact pose as the Statue of Liberty. And did you know that the chain on the Statue of Liberty's foot is broken? Almost like it was broken, freed from the bottomless pit. Yeah, of course we all know. We should know in history the Statue of Liberty is not what they say. It's not a woman. It's not. So things like that. And it's a cool song. But anyhow, what has been going on here at Fulton Street Beats? Well, we got that out of the way. A lot and not a lot. Kathy Zong sent me the guitar over here on the wall, and that is the Buckethead LP. And I lied to you guys on the guitar. I was like, oh, it's missing an E string. Nothing else is wrong with it. I don't know why somebody sent it back to her. She ended up sending it to me and said, well, rather than send it back to China, she sent it to me to check out and she says, well, it's a return. There's got to be something wrong with it. Could you just see what's wrong with it? Keep it, whatever. If you like it, like it. So I got the guitar. I like the guitar. And I went over the guitar and put a string on it, put new strings on it, tuned it up, played it. Baritone guitar, so it's very deep, very deep. First baritone guitar I've ever played, honestly. Man, she's a thumper. She's a bumper. It's low. Super nice guitar. And I didn't check. I didn't tear it apart. I just did a quick visual inspection, checked the frets, made sure everything was good there. They were a little sharp, but they cleaned up easily. Nothing that would ever cut your fingers or anything like that. But, a little worse than what I'm used to, but still not bad. The build quality itself is nice. Kill switches all work. And I didn't notice until I restrung the guitar that the tuners themselves didn't have screws in the tuners holding the tuners in. Not even holes. They weren't drilled to put the tuners in. They didn't drill the holes to tune for the tuner. So I still got to do that. But I got to tell you, it stays in tune and it plays really nice. But that was it. That's what was wrong with that guitar. Supposedly, she sent me another one, a gold top, that I wanted to bring you guys for a review. That's supposed to be a top-notch guitar. It hasn't came. I don't know. That was almost a month ago. Still hasn't came. I was told that it was in the States when it was sent. So I don't know what happened there, but I got no guitar. So that didn't happen. And I know you guys like the Chibson reviews, and they're cool. They're fun, right? And I'm going to be honest with you. Anytime I review other guitars or like the Donner that we just did, YouTube likes to kill my algorithm. It wants me doing Chibsons. YouTube wants me doing Chibsons. Just the way it is. I enjoy doing them because I love seeing the difference in quality across different builders and different factories that they come out of. And yes, guys, there's a bunch of different factories. So the forums are full of nonsense. No one knows what they're talking about. There's a bunch of different ones. And there's a bunch of different sellers and everything else. But and a lot of people are doing the Temu guitars and they swear by them. And a lot of people are saying the Temu guitars are junk. Listen, I'm going to say this. If you're going to get what you pay for, right? And for the most part in life, with exceptions to every rule, you get what you pay for. I'll eventually buy a guitar off of Temu, because, if it's cheap enough. But I prefer not to because, well, it's probably going to be garbage and not up to my standards. A lot of people say, oh, the pickups are junk, or this is junk, and I had to change this. Listen, guys, I get a lot of these guitars I don't have to do anything to. Nothing. Zach Wild right here, right? Nothing. I lie a little bit. I changed the tuners and put locking tuners on it. Didn't need them. I put them on for me because I like the guitar so much. I just wanted to change it, but I haven't changed anything that has to do the bridge, the tailpiece, the pickups, nothing. The guitar rips. This black Hetfield looking guitar that started out as a Black Beauty, one of the first Chibsons here. Nothing done to that guitar other than adding the stripe and the iron cross. That is it. That guitar is bone stock. Okay. The Ace Frehley, bone stock. A lot of Kathy guitars in here are bone stock. And then I have something really cool. I think, should I show you this? I don't know if I showed you this guitar before or not. So let me do this. I'm going to show it to you now. A lot of people, you guys love Chibsons. But the Aklot, Amazon, I'll put a link below. I don't like the company. Before we get to this guitar, I don't like the Aklot company. I think the company's assholes. Period. Yep, I said it. I am not fond of the company. If they're watching, I honestly don't care. Fuck Aklot. Why? Because they're full of shit. And listen, I like the guitar. I'm not going to lie. It's a fantastic playing guitar. It came set up really nice. It sounds good. It feels good. But there's things about this guitar is not what they said. This guitar does not have jumbo frets. So I contacted them. I finally got a hold of them, finally, on their Facebook page. And they said, well, it does have jumbo frets. And I said to them, no, it doesn't have jumbo frets. It does not have jumbo frets. If these are jumbo frets, then every single Chibson or Les Paul or SG or anything that I have here has extra jumbo frets. So they're not jumbo frets. And I was going to mic them and show them. And I was like, you know what? Screw off. What they're doing is they're taking the width of the fret. And you can have a jumbo fret and width, but it's the height also. And they're leaving that out of the equation. These are not tall frets at all. They don't qualify as a jumbo fret. Possibly a medium jumbo. Okay? Possibly. They're not a jumbo fret. And they said I didn't know what I was talking about until they figured out I had a channel. And then they're like, oh, well, that's just our version of jumbo frets, right? And you guys saw the unboxing video. I obviously got a used guitar. The box was opened. The paper was off the neck. The guitar was 100% in tune, right in the green on every string. So somebody tuned it up. It had been played, right? The pedal was opened, everything. And the box was destroyed. It was a used guitar somebody sent back, obviously. Well, we don't do that. But lo and behold, Amazon has them selling, right now, used guitars more than a new one now. Because what they did for their Black Friday sales is they jacked their prices up. That's what they did. And then put them down a little bit, which was higher than the original price on these guitars. I don't like the company. I don't like the company. They're liars. I don't like it. Like the guitar, I'm gonna hold it against, the guitar is fantastic. It's a fantastic guitar. And then somebody says, well, it's a roasted maple fretboard. That's not roasted maple fretboard. It's not a roasted maple fretboard. It is stained. This is a stained board. There's no roasting going on. You can look at it and tell I'm not retarded. It's not. And that's why it's so perfect along the side. They did a stain job. That's all it is to it. It's a maple neck with a stain job. Nicely done. It looks good, but it's not roasted maple. It's a roasted maple. Look loosely. That's what it is. The people who comment and say stupid shit, oh, it's roasted maple neck. No, just because they said it doesn't make it so, just like everything. Weight of the guitar is really light. It does stay in tune. It plays really, really nice. You know what really would set this guitar off? Was not able to be a nice skunk stripe right up the middle. That would have been nice too. But I love the headstock. The tuners, it's still staying in tune. Things it tunes, it's a stable tuning monster. So I do like the guitar. I just don't like being lied to and then smoke blowing up my ass like I don't know what I'm talking about. Now, I looked at their 7-string guitar, right? Online it appears in a review someone did that it does have jumbo frets. So is that what happened? Or did I get a first run that didn't have jumbo frets? There's something going on, and I'm almost tempted to buy another one to see if it's got jumbo frets, or buy the 7-string to see if it's got jumbo frets. This does not. It simply doesn't. Maybe you get one and it does. This guitar does not have jumbo frets. It just doesn't. It has a tuning stability, sound great. I love playing it. Honestly, it's my go-to guitar. Really, I love it. I like the neck. They call it a flat C. It's not a flat C. It's just a slim C. It's okay. It's not no wizard, but it's nice. It's fast. I mean, it's a very smooth neck. It's guitar set up really properly. So, I mean, I got to give them props for that. I just don't like the company. That left a bad taste in my mouth. So, do I recommend the company? If I recommend that company at all, do I recommend the guitar? I like the guitar. Customer service is probably going to be a pain in the ass if something happens. Something tells me they just are not really. They don't accept responsibility. You know, I was expecting hey, you know what? We might have messed up and put some wrong frets on there. No big deal. Tell me the truth. Don't say, no, that's not true. They're jumbo. Like I'm some 4-year-old that don't have 40 guitars. Don't see them every day or build them. Come on. So, a lot of things going on. Have you seen Scar My Guitar? I like his channel. I don't chime in a lot there, but I like his channel. He builds some really, really nice guitars. He really, really does. I don't know if he knows me from a barrel of beans, but I like his work over there. And he just took a $3,000 Les Paul, and it wasn't a nice guitar. When he saw it, he pointed out the flaws, and kind of like the flaws I had on my Gibson SG, except my SG was worse. And nobody believed them. No matter what you show them, if you're a Gibson lover, you have to show flaws, and people are just going to love those flaws. Give me that guitar with the flaws. I want the flaws. I'll pay extra for the flaws. Okay, they're flawed. They're flawed up here. And it is what it is, and exactly what he said. $250 guitar, fit and finish wise, blow it away. Yeah, we've all seen that many, many, many times. It's not rocket science building guitars. I don't know why people go, oh my God, it's not rocket science. It's not. I mean, this guitar, I paid $250 for it, $249, because then they dropped the price to $191 or the day after I bought it. So I paid top price for a used guitar. They dropped the price, whatever, let it go. I like the guitar. Then they jacked the prices back up and pretended they were on sale. And I mean, it's just like a yo-yo effect of lying about prices. It's ridiculous. So yeah, there's this. Now the other guitar, you guys are going to want to see. Well, yeah, sit down, guys. Just a sit down, right? Okay, hold on. Bear with me. There we go. Look at this. So many people want this guitar. Somebody might get it actually one day. Now this is a slimmer neck right here. This neck. Now if you want to see frets, these are twice the height of those. You usually see that or not. These frets are twice the height of those frets on that jumbo fret guitar. So this must be extra jumbo. It's not. They're medium jumbos. They just got to put big frets on it. Anyhow, I digress. This has a really nice dark rosewood fretboard. This guitar was by Kathy Zong, and it is a relic. Okay, it is a nitroed relic, and it's all cracked and beat up like the Gibson guys like. But the funny thing is, this blows that guitar that Scar My Guitar had I just channel out of the friggin' water. This thing's an amazing. We don't have bleed up here. The back of the guitar's really, really nice. There's no big knots anywheres or nothing like that. But it's not a perfect guitar by any means. I mean, are any of them? It's got a bone nut. It's got the cracks in the up top in the headstock. The Gibson logo looks really good. Feels like a legit guitar until you start looking closely, and you'll notice that it's got the little piece here where it meets what the Gibson doesn't have, and things like that. And we don't have the piece of wood coming here from the cap. It does have a cap, but they don't do it that way. Arch top, of course, and it has the ABR bridge. The electronics in this have all been upgraded. It's all Gibson. It's all upgraded. And the guitar sounds amazing because Gibsons do sound amazing. I can't say they don't. They do sound amazing. Now, that doesn't mean they're $4,000 or $5,000 worth of amazing, because there is Chinese guitars that blow them out of the water. And even some Chibsons, case point one right over here, that blows this out of the water. But it sounds nice. It plays nice. The playability, that's a thin, look at this. That's a thin neck. Look at this neck. That is one thin puppy right there. Beautiful frets. Beautiful frets on this. No, they're not nibbed. But it's a great guitar. This has the metal plate. You pull the back off. Gives it the metal plate and everything inside of it. Super nice guitar. They call this the Slash number 34. I don't know why it would be considered a Slash. I mean, does it look like? I don't know. I got somebody who wants this in the worst way, but to play it is to love it. It's got a nice 70s style feel to it. And I think what makes a guitar in my mind sound good, I think it's a little bit of psychosis, because it plays so nice. You play it nice and it sounds nice because you're playing it nice. Super cool, super low action, no dead strings. And it's got a lot of resonance, which y'all like when it's not plugged in, right? You know, the real tone wood when it's not plugged in. Yeah, it rings nice. Unplugged, you plug it in, that all goes away, and you're at the mercy of the pickups and your speaker and all that stuff. But it is a nice playing guitar. It does vibrate nice, feels nice. It's very articulate. Yeah, it is. Super cool guitar. Kathy Zong guitar. Got this from her a long time ago. And it sounded really good. I just upgraded all the pots and the pickups and all that stuff because I had them kicking around. So I had some PAFs. Put them in, some Zebras. Very cool. As you can see, there's a lot of guitars out of this room. I put a lot of guitars in storage. 20 guitars, 22, something like that. In the storage, left out the ones that I use frequently. We got another weird one right here. This is considered a Slash guitar too, right here. But as you can see, look at the bridge. It's tailpiece bridge. Very, very relict on this one also. Actually sounds really good. There's nothing done to this one at all. This is not pretty at all, but I mean, it sounds good. And then you guys remember this one, right? This is the SG. Probably one of the best looking knockoff SGs I've ever seen. And as you can see, these are all fingerprints. I play these 100%. Nice neck. I did put nice nickel locking tuners on this. This is the Angus Young version. This has an authentic Gibson pick guard on it that doesn't fit just by putting it on. There's a lot of work. A lot of work to make that happen, just so you know. Removing pickups, everything else, recutting out for the bridge, everything else. And I had to move the switch. Yes, the hole for the switch is normally up here, so this is drilled out and down here now in the proper position. This has Epiphone pickups in it with push pulls. Sounds great. As you can see, we got the black trim ring around the bottom like Angus had. And cool guitar. I should have left the slotted bridge in it because Angus's guitar has a slotted bridge. Yes, it's a Gibson with a slotted bridge. That's how we liked them. So That's how his guitar techs could turn everything when he sweated all over him. So that's what they did. So had I have known that at the time, I wouldn't have done this, but I did, and it's nice. Great sounding, great playing guitar. Use this on a lot of stuff. For and I always all my things. So see what I always mark. My this is standard tuning. I got to mark a piece of tape my guitar tunings now. So I grab a guitar and it's already in that tuning. Super cool. And guys, you guys been slacking off on the questions lately about stuff, and honestly, I've been slacking off about bringing you content. The next content that's coming is going to be, I know I'm rambling because I got a lot to say and not a lot of time. Is on this Positive Grid Spark 40. I know, why didn't you get the Positive Grid 2? I didn't want to spend the extra money for it. I tell you the truth. Everybody bragged about how good these were when they came out. I'm not going to jump on the latest and greatest, and I want to make sure all the bugs are worked out before I do that. It's because everybody loved these. All the reviewers loved these when they came out. And then you had people saying they were on the bassy side and everything else. Well, I'm gonna bring you guys the truth about this amp, and we'll touch on it right now for those of you who care to listen. So it's a small little amp, and a lot more sound comes out of it than should. For sure. It sounds great. It sounds good. Is it amazing like all the reviewers said? No, it's not amazing. As a matter of fact, for the price of this amp, I would recommend the Marshall Code 50. I think that's one of the best amps I've ever used as a Marshall Code 50 for getting the job done. You could gig it. Gives you as loud as you want, connect it right to your DAW, go right to your phone, same as this, and get all the tones that you want and nice Marshall layout, boom, boom, boom. I honestly think the Marshall Code 50 is a little bit easier to operate even than the Positive Grid, because the Positive Grid is a nightmare to get to work into Reaper and figure out what buttons you got to click to get this thing to go into Reaper. A workaround that I use, because I still haven't figured it out, honestly, is to take the headphone jack and put it right into my audio interface and into Reaper that way. It's not getting me the audio that I need. And the people who claim to mic these things and get amazing sound, no, you're not. You know you're not. I call bullshit. No, you're not. I got some amazing microphones. The speakers, they're not no big Celestians or nothing like that. They're little speakers. You're not going to get a fantastic sound to go into your DAW. I have a feeling these people are running it into their DAW, playing it, or into their MacBook, whatever they're doing, into the program and saying, oh, look how good this sounds. Because when I hear it, I'm hearing DAW recorded sound. Unless they got some magic microphones kicking around that's doing some magic. I don't have those mics, but I got some really nice mics. I'm not saying it sounds like garbage. It doesn't. It sounds good. But it's a practice amp. It's exactly what it is. It's a practice amp. You can gig with it. You can record with it. You can record with it. And I've been doing some of that. Now, the best part about this amplifier, and I like the amp. I think it's great. So I practice amp. Yeah, definitely. Am I sorry I bought it? No. Would I buy the Spark 2? No. I wouldn't buy the Spark 2 because this is fine. Marshall Code 50. Love the Marshall Code 50. I let mine go. I'm buying another one because that's one of my favorite amps. Code 50. I haven't used the 100, but the 50's freaking loud. I can imagine a 100, and the Code 50 works very, very well. And you can search up any tone you want, hit the button, and boom, there it is. Just like this, but more power. Records better. Easier to use, easier interface. Okay, so I got that out of the way. But I think it's a great amp. Maybe I'll get the cabinet. The cabinet would probably help me out a lot as far as miking goes. But I've been using it a lot. I do like the sounds that it gives me. It's pretty cool. There's some things that I'm still figuring out, and I'm just like, well, some things don't sound like, I see these reviews online, and they'll get these tones, and the tones sound spot on. My tones aren't spot on when I download them or when I go to them. They're not dead on. Like what I'm seeing in the videos. So there's some trickery going on there, like I said. But I'm hearing it through the speaker here and not in my DAW. I'm sure being correctly in the DAW will make it sound much, much better and probably does that. But those speakers are not producing. Can these little speakers this big produce the sound of a cabinet? You can't. I mean, that's real world. You can't. But we can get those sounds if it's got good electronics into a DAW. If that makes sense. I'm rambling, I know. So, I do like it, but it comes with a feature. I think it comes with a feature. It gave me a free 13-day trial of something they call, I think it's called X. And it's the Positive Grid X, and it's an amp sim. I like it. It's pretty cool. Probably the best amp sim that I have in my DAW right now. And honestly, I haven't paid attention to how much it costs after the 13 days, but probably, if it's not too much, I'll probably have to get it. I've been using Roots. I got sucked into Roots. I'm not a fan. That I hate it. Every time I plug it in, I'm like, this garbage everywhere. I can't get the tones I want. The feedback is insane. I don't like it. I don't like this. Every amp sim that I have used, that I was hyped up, that I saw the ad for and went, ooh, shiny, and then I buy. Because I don't like trial versions because I want to record with it a little bit and see what it sounds like. And they'll give you a taste of, you get a trial version, they'll give you a taste of something. And it's like, okay, that sounds okay. I bet you if you pay for it, it's a lot better, right? No, not really. No, Roots is not good. I don't like it. And then what's the other one I got? There's a few in there. Oh, what's the other one? I forget. Clairvoyant. I don't like Clairvoyant at all either. I mean, it's just repetitious noise. Every time I click something, repetitious noise that is really hard to dial in. It never cuts through a mix. Like this is directed. Look at that, cut through that mix just like that with no dialing in. Another bullshit statement. People get free product. Bullshit. You got to dial it in just like anything else, and it's a pain to dial in. It sucks. I don't like it. So those are the two that I paid for that I just don't like. I got another one, an AC/DC style, and it does the AC/DC style really well. I forget the name of that one right now. It's just a one-hit wonder. AC/DC tone from TNT to Back in Black in that range. Boom, boom, back forth. From old school to new, and that's what it does. That's all it does, and it does it well. Unfortunately, I can't play any AC/DC on YouTube because I will get copyright strike because they hate that shit now. You know how that goes. So YouTube, my algorithm has went in the toilet, and when I bring you guys reviews of guitars from Amazon, guitars, stuff like that, probably even when I do this Positive Grid Spark, they're going to tank it. My last review of the Donner, which was a horrible review of a guitar because it was a horrible guitar, is tanked. It's one of my lowest videos ever. And it's either that YouTube doesn't want me reviewing guitars like that and sticking to Chibsons, or they don't want me saying anything bad about companies from Amazon because they're all affiliated, right? So that's the only thing I can think of. My review was not good. Just wasn't. What do I say? It wasn't a good review. Was it not a good guitar? It was a good concept and a unthought out, unwell executed concept. It just wasn't right. A lot of flaws, a lot of QC flaws. Wasn't. That was the Donner Hush X Pro. Expensive guitar. Pricey. Well, they sent it to me. I'm not gonna lie. But I can't lie about the guitar. And everybody wants things sugar-coated. Nobody wants negative. I don't want positive. I can't give you positive. I got nothing positive to work with. Don't like to be a Debbie Downer, but that's just the way it's gotta be. So, anyhow, let's get back to that song. I'm gonna play the song. I'm gonna play the video. Hopefully you guys will stick around and watch a video and at least give me a thumbs up. I started out this song. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a link below to the professional version of the song. My finished, what I like to consider my finished masterpiece, okay? I had one guy who was pissed right off. It's like, you didn't sing that, you didn't play guitar, you didn't do no, okay, whatever. So in the video, you'll see that I'm doing most of that. Maybe not at that time, but because a lot of overlays and editing. But I used what I had to, like I said, I used what I had to work with to get the job done as professionally as possible. And I think Suno, you can overdo Suno. Don't get me wrong, you can write entire songs in Suno and not sing a lick, not play a guitar lick. But I'm going to tell you before we get to the song what Suno's really good for. Say you have a cool guitar lick, ready for this? And you're like, yeah, that's my guitar lick, right? And you take that and you record it, and you can record acoustically, okay? And you put it in a Suno, and you drag it over, and you scroll down, and you type in heavy metal or death metal, heavy bass, right? You type that in with your little riff, and then go down, and it'll give you options like how close do you want to stay to that riff? Do you want to experiment? Do you want to get wild? What do you want to do with it? Hit it. It's going to give you 2 tracks. It's going to give you 2 different options. It's going to make something up for you using your riff that you made, and it's going to turn it into some musical whatever. You might go, wow, that is inspired me. Okay, that's the song I want to play, and you play it. Really cool. You play to it. You can use it for your idea, and then you can go, oh, hey, I think these lyrics would go with that, and you can write your lyrics. That's what I did. I took my lyrics and my guitar riff, because I was like, okay, I got to get an idea of how I want this song to go, right? So I take that, and I used Suno for my idea, not to record my music, but to give me an idea of the type of music I wanted to record for you. Does that make sense? So what I did is I put my lyrics in, and they were long. It's long. And it's too long. I liked it, but you guys get bored with it quick. YouTube, attention span, goldfish, right? So I put it in, did my guitar licks, a couple layovers, a couple harmonies over top, which you'll hear in the song. And it took those, and I didn't want it to veer from it very much. I wanted it to keep it what it was and use my lyrics. And what it did is it put some horrible, in my opinion, vocals on it. And I was like, no. So then what I did is go into the studio and I used my vocals and said, okay, let's see give me an idea of what it's going to sound like with my vocals. And then it spit it out. And I was like, okay, now I have a composite, something to work with here. I have the idea in my head. So then I go into my MIDI and I created the drums and the bass, which is all new to me, but I think it turned out pretty good. I think some of them are just maybe too quick for the double bass, but bear with me. I'm working on this. I don't want it to sound computerized, but I'm working on it. So then I laid down my main riff, laid down my choruses over that a million times, guys. A million times. It's not easy. A million times to get it right, because, one time you get it perfect, you get to the end and you screw it up. And I'm one of those people that, well, okay, I don't want to cut that part in. I'm going to do the whole take over again. So I'm spending days in guitar takes. My lead, which I probably can't play twice to save my life, I nailed it on multiple takes, probably 80 takes, finally nailed it on one, which you won't see because in the video, I'm playing the lead in the video, but it's not really playing the lead. I'm playing the lead to the lead. So it's not really me playing the lead then. It was that time, but it's from before, because it's a video. The vocals you're hearing are overlay vocals in real time. So you're hearing a little bit of the old vocals and the new vocals in the video, so you get an idea. So it's me, basically, because people call it bullshit. So it's me. And you can see behind me, I'll have Reaper going in the video. So you see all my tracks going on, all my recording that I've done, all the piecing in and the sections and everything else that I've done, the guitar and all that stuff. It's all there. So I like to do that so you can visually see what's going on, basically, what I've done and how editing that I've done. I have a voice program too. Forget the name of it. Voice something. And that's where I get the effects for my voice. So everything's good and fine. You can sing and whatever, but you want professional results. You're going to put some effects on there. And then I use another program that cleans everything up, tightens everything up, and it takes out some of the after effect of your voice. And sometimes it does it a little too much, in my opinion. Almost like a guitar does when you don't want it to keep bringing out, right? And but I think I'm going to use that a little bit too much once in a while, but I'm learning. I'm learning. But my point is, I think it's the first song that I've really done that the entire song from beginning to end that is my own. Wrote the lyrics, wrote the music, played the guitar, didn't play the drum. Can play the drums. You guys know I'm a drummer. Drums are upstairs. I got my Roland V80 306 up there. It would have been great to play them, but honestly, I don't have the room in this little studio to do all of that, and it's a lot of work for what I'm doing when I can program it. And that's what I did. I programmed it. Sorry, I cheated. Is what it is. After this, so everything goes into Reaper, and then I used BandLab to master it. Yeah, free BandLab to master it. So what you're hearing is free BandLab. But don't give me, you got to get this stuff really clean in your DAW first to get a good mastering. Okay. So the finished product, what you're going to see, it's a link below. The finished song, no video of that one. The finished song is the one that was mastered in BandLab when I was done, which I consider to be the top notch, commercial grade rendering. And then the one you're going to hear in this video is not. There's a difference. There's a difference between the two. I think it's pretty good still. In its own way, maybe even better because it's a bit more analog. So you guys tell me what you think. But I would appreciate it if you guys could like this video, listen to this song. The intro coming in is a little weird. It's just because I want to show the cleanness of the guitar I was using. What one was I using? I don't even remember now. Was it this one? I think it was this one. Yes, I was using this guitar. So you'll hear how clean this guitar is on the intro to that. And then when you hear this, the music start, you don't see it, but it's the Zach Wild guitar. And then when the heavy one comes in over it, the heavy overlays and a lot of the harmonies are used with the Aklot right here. So just so you know, there's 3 guitars being used in the song. And I don't think I'm forgetting anything else. I don't think so. And if I do forget something, I'll let you guys know in the description, but I don't think I'm forgetting anything. So Suno, check them out. I'll leave a link to Suno too. I don't get nothing for it. I don't know me from a barrel of beans, but I thought it was pretty cool. If you're a songwriter or you're a lyricist and you just want to, you don't know how to play an instrument, I think it's really good. Really good to get some concepts and really good to get some concepts for your lyrics. It's really cool. I mean, it inspired me to write more music for sure. And that was the inspiration. That was the cool thing. I'm not a big AI fan, but that was an inspiration, but it inspired me backwards. It inspired me not to use the AI to do music, but use it to make my music, if that makes sense. Yeah, a lot of people still call MIDI cheating, but I call it production. Even if you're using AI for your music production, it's production, and production's always good. You always want it the best it can be, and the simplest tools to produce music and what people will listen to is cool. Now, speaking of listen to, the song itself, link in the description. Nobody's watching the video. It's not a video. It's just the song. Click it and listen to it. Give it a like, please. Let me know that you like it. At least I put a lot of work into it. I know a lot of you guys aren't seeing it because YouTube's just not putting it in front of you, but a lot of time went into it. And man, I really just want people to enjoy this song and maybe get some conspiracy theories kicking in their head when they hear it. Thanks for stopping by Fulton Street Beats again. And I want to thank a lot of you guys are so loyal. You come back over and over. And I want to thank you guys because you've been here all since the beginning, And it's time we get back in the saddle, do a lot more videos, and really up this production value and make it as best as we can be for you guys. I like to bring you the real side of stuff. A lot of channels don't do that. A lot of channels are going to blow smoke. Not talking to any particular channel. That if you're a channel that does it, you know who you are. I don't do it. I don't do a million takes. If it sucks, it sucks. It is what it is. I am in my little studio having fun, and I hope you guys are along to come with me into the studio and have fun just like you do at your house, in your living room, in your bedroom, and wherever you are playing, whatever you're doing, having fun. That's all I'm doing. We're talking about guitars. We're talking about gear, expensive guitars, cheap guitars. It doesn't make a difference. We're not guitar snobs, and we don't buy into snake oil. We're realists, and that's where we're going to keep it. So on that, I bid you adieu, and I'll talk to you soon, guys, and you all rock and roll. All of you. Cool as hell. Well, some of the guys watching aren't as cool as hell, but, the ones that leave the bad comments, those guys, they're not cool as hell, but we just get rid of those guys. But the rest of you, you're all cool as hell. So anyhow, let's get to the video that you've been waiting for, because I've been rambling for a long time. Let's get to that video, and let me know what you guys think at the end. Do you like it? Do you like the progression? Do you like the beginning intro? It's just so mellow. I just started playing a little bit, and it was a first take, and I was like, I'm just going to keep that. I like it. It was pretty for some weird reason. It stayed, and I was like, I'm going to add it, and then it got a little weird, and then it got heavy. All right, guys. Bye. Talk to you soon.
Imprisoned you will be for 1,000 years. After you must be loosed for a short season.
I will deceive you all when I am free. You won't even know the time. won't even know the time.